Okay, so the goal for today is to get the crank back in the engine block. I wanted to show you guys all the parts that we're working with here. So we've got our main caps here. Then we've got our thrust washer, our upper and lower bearings for the crank, and then our ARP main studs. Together, these main studs do have an end that goes into the block and then an end that comes up through the main bearings. Comes with some lube as well. So I will show you guys as I put everything together. And then we've got our main caps. Our main caps are numbered. Do you see 7 there? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can see the arrows that are facing upward on the main bearings. Those will go right in line here with number 1 being at the front of the crank where the crank pulley will go. One thing I did want to mention is the number 4 main bearing is where the thrust washers will go. So you'll see the little groove there, the groove on top of the thrust washers. So you just want to make sure you match those up with the number 4 bearing because that's right in the middle. In the main caps, you can see there's a little groove right here. You can see there's a little groove right there. On the bearings, there's a groove as well. So as you put them together, make sure you match up the groove on the bearing. Same thing when you're putting in the bearings for the engine block. As you put them in, make sure that this groove lines up with the groove on the block. All right, we got the crank back in. So ran into a little snag here. Got the ARP studs in, main studs. Fortunately, this one here, the grooves are a lot bigger than any of the other ones that were in here. So I think I got a bad stud in a package. forged pistons. These are all numbered. My machinist numbered these up with number 1 going in the cylinder hole closest to the front of the crank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got our ACL race bearings here. I've already installed them on the lower part of the connecting rod. I also bought this AFE piston ring tool. This is probably going to be the easiest way. This one is a 86.5 millimeter, which is what my cylinders were bored out. As we were getting ready to put the piston in, you'll see piston ring number 1 on the top here and number 2. Make sure the opening on the piston there on ring number 2 is away from the opening on the ring on piston number 1. Also, you always want to make sure you know which direction the piston to put in. The front always goes towards the front of the crank. Putting a lot of things back together. There's another video on the suspension. That's all coming together. Waiting for the brakes to come in. Engine's currently getting built. Check out the block. I kind of really like how that came out. The engine's looking great. Got my pistons in from number 6 all the way down to number 1. Man, this 2J is coming together. And then the icing on the cake, in my opinion, is the 2JZ logo. I had some blue paint left over, high temperature, so I went ahead and painted the 2JZ logo blue. Well, thank you guys for watching. This is the short block build, and continue to follow me if you want to see the rest of the build. It's going to be a pretty sweet looking ride when it's done. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.